good tea. I always have.
Tea time. So, I love you with glasses.
Thank you.
Oh, she looks so cute.
She is smart.
Kind.
She is kind.
And important.
And I'm important.
Yes, indeed. Are we ready to get going on today's show?
To get going. Thank you guys for coming to Illustrations of Your Life Journey. My name is Kiana Monroe, if you've not been here before.
And I am Lakeisha Johnson, and we're so glad to have you.
Yeah, so glad to have you. Today, we are just doing something very, very light. Just to let you know, we're human too. We are bringing you the show, but we are real people and we go through real things too. So we're going to talk about our life journey of the day, the struggle of the day. Mm-hmm. Because again, life journey is loving yourself first. And the whole point and purpose is to share with you our journey and for you to share your journey with us and build a community and just kind of share the things that were going on and encourage and inspire one another to build each other up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so important. We're all we have, and we have plenty. So
united we stand. We say it all the time.
Right. Community.
So let me see. What's your struggle of the day? What's your life struggle of the day?
You know, honestly, I am being stretched right now. You know, I have a smile on my face. I tend to try to keep a smile on my face. But honey, I am being worked on. I am being tried. And, you know, today I'm going through some workplace issues. To be honest, I'm going through some serious challenges at work that really aren't my fault, but as a result of working with people, you're going to go through situations where maybe you're not at fault, but you have to deal and stand through some adversity in the workplace. And so that's what I'm going through. It's a huge burden on my heart right now, but luckily I have some principles in mind. I know how to love myself first, and I know that I can sleep well at night knowing that I've done the best that I can. Mm-hmm. So it's about, what am I being taught through this process?
What's your lesson?
Who am I going to be on the other side of this? You know, it's really hard, especially, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, being a young Black woman, and I'm really not as young as maybe I look, thank God. I don't look like what I've been through.
Don't cry.
I don't look like what I've been through. I'm in my 40s. I'm not, you know, ashamed to say it, because I feel like life is so rich and every year gets better. But at this point in my right, it's a beautiful thing. I'm telling you, 40 was my best year, and I passed that already. But being young, Black woman, and a professional, you know, assertive, efficient, overachiever at times. I deal with a lot of I don't know how to say, power tripping, or maybe just adversity when it comes to working around other people. People don't always respect your work, and they don't always appreciate you or understand you. Yeah. And maybe they feel like they like what you have, but they just don't know how to obtain it, so they don't want you to have it. And it's rough, because when you know you put your passion and your heart into everything you do, and you're thorough, and you take care of your business, and then someone tries to assassinate your character or your professionalism, it could be devastating. And your immediate reaction is going to be emotional and to react right away. But
reaction, ding, you'll see that in the video.
That's definitely alert. When you feel like you're about to have a reaction to a situation that's attacking your character or your emotions, mm-hmm. and you're feeling highly emotional, mm-hmm. How do you react? You know,
how do you respond?
And how do you maintain
the emotional thing to do?
Right.
The response requires thought.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was telling her today. Right. You have to think about it and how mm-hmm. you're going to go into tomorrow. Mm-hmm. She has to go in there with a thoughtful response, not a reaction. Take your emotion out of it.
Right.
It's not personal. It doesn't mean that you didn't do your part. It doesn't mean that she didn't do her best. And sometimes you can't control anybody other than yourself. And then you have to give the rest to God and trust God's process.
Absolutely.
And what He's going to have for you. If a door is meant to be closed, or if somebody's keeping her from getting a promotion, that's not going to stop her. Her response is going to signal God trust. She got to trust.
Absolutely. That's the journey of today for me. Is trust in God. He is stretching my faith. And that's all you really need. You know, you need God to direct your path, and you need to be able to trust Him and surrender unto Him. And that's my journey of the day. And it's an ever-lived journey. So from glory to glory, from one trial to the next trial, are you trusting God, or are you allowing your flesh to overcome you? Because trust me, honey, there's some things in the flesh that could have happened, you know, and I've been tolerant.
How it is when you're at work and somebody sideswipe you a little bit and then don't look back and say, sorry about that. Just, y'all know co-workers. Come on.
And there's certain work etiquette, and there's things you cannot do. So you have to be professional.
Human resources.
HR, okay? Keep it together. Be professional, be classy, have integrity.
Don't be a stereotype.
Right. Be gracious, and just understand what the biggest thing for me is. I know who I am. I know who I am. I know that I have a good heart. I know that I'm kind. I know that I'm going to do the best I can for my organization, for myself, for my community. I know who I am. And I know when someone's not that and working in ill manner, and I have to really let God take the wheel.
Take the wheel.
Journey of the day, right?
Journey of the day. My life journey of the day, my struggle of the day is, I have a couple of them, so I'm gonna narrow them down. There's like one or two things that have been bothering me today. So, let me see, transparency. One of the things that I was talking about is being very hard on myself as a mother, as a parent. Sometimes when you have kids, I have a 16-year-old. I'm 36, and I feel like, did I do enough? Did I pour in enough? Am I doing the best that I can to open doors for him? In the day and age that we live in, am I educating him properly? Am I guiding him properly? And I'm so hard on myself. And sometimes you have to be very, very careful that you're not pushing your kids to live the life that you want, but you're allowing them to live the life that they want. And one of the things that I had to learn as a response, because the reaction is to get on his case when he's not doing what he's supposed to do. Oh, well, you need to do this at school. You need to do that. There is a certain amount, but then you have to rest and relax. And I'm a single mother, but even if you're not, I have to understand that I'm raising God's child, and He has some say. And I have to understand that some experiences my son is going to have to learn because God wants him to learn it. I can't always control everything. You've been through a lot growing up. I've been through a lot growing up. Sometimes things that you go through and things that happen, they shape you.
Right.
They mold you. Sometimes you need a little bit of that experience for wisdom.
Right. No one's going to have a straight path. Just understand that. I mean,
Nobody,
you have
not
a
your kids.
design you want for them to go. We love our children.
Yeah.
And you're a great mother. And oh my gosh, there's a lot of parents, unfortunately, out there that's not even thinking in that direction. And so the fact that you are, and you're being just conscious of every step, because it's a balancing act. Parenting is impossible. I don't know if you guys know that. I don't know if you know being a parent is impossible, especially a single mom. It's literally impossible, and it's a miracle of God that we are able to be who we are for our children.
Yeah.
Nobody has 100% of the answers when it comes to raising children.
And they are different at every age and every stage. And I'm just thinking, I had an idea. I mean, here's the thing. Sometimes you have to get rid of that. Like, I'm like, okay, in high school, it's going to look like this. or I was like, in elementary it's gonna look like this, in middle school it's gonna be just like this, and then in high school it's gonna be just like this, and it'll be smooth sailing. And yes, we're gonna have bumps in the roads, but this is gonna be okay. And my kid is gonna do this, and my kid. And then if they do like the complete opposite, you're like, oh my God. And sometimes we're like, who's kidding you? But I hear really great things about him all the time, and people compliment him all the time. He's so kind and mindful and respectful, and he's so this. And I have to say, you know what? Relax. God has got him. When sometimes you have to pray and let go, even when it comes to your kids, it's the hardest thing you can do. So my struggle and my journey, and the tip that I can possibly leave you with is sometimes you have to pray for your kids and then trust God with them. This whole thing is about trust. Hers is with trust. Mine is with trust. Hers is with work. Mine is with my kid, my family. So if you, at the end of the day, if we don't leave you with anything else, trust the process. You don't have control over everything. You can't emotionally react to everything that happens. Sometimes you just have to woosah,
Get alone
and ask God,
walk
how do I
outside.
respond? Yeah, ask God, how do I respond to this? Because I'm a little overwhelmed and it looks like it's a little too much for me to handle. I need you to take this over for me.
Yes.
And when you ask him to take it over for you, really let go and let him, and watch and see.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, watch and see. It may not happen in a blink of an eye, but God does not operate the way we operate. So just let him and relax, and just know every day you wake up, I'm going to see God work in my life. I'm going to see God work in my life. Today is the day I'm going to see God work in my life, because I've surrendered. And I say this all the time. My daddy loves me. Okay?
He loves us so much.
He loves us so much.
Yeah.
So please tell us whatever your life journey is and your struggle of the day is. What's your process? How are you reacting? Self-reflect. Write that down. And then take a step back and say, God, how do I respond to this? Take a deep breath and say, how do I respond to this? And then write it down, pray about it, and let it go.
Great advice.
We thank you guys
Great
for
advice.
hearing our life struggle of the day during our illustrations of a life journey, because this is a journey, and this is a part of the process. Everyday little struggles, and we are here to give you ours, and we would love for you to share yours. Please leave it in the comment box.
We love to help you journey through what your daily journey is each day. So let us know what's going on. We're so glad you tuned in.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Just
Have a good evening.